Hello everyone and welcome back to the bass guitar build series. I only have 4 hours today, so let's see what we can get done. So I think, given the limited time today, we're just going to focus on the little jobs, such as cleaning out this cavity here, maybe dyeing the inside of them. I need to dye this little split here as well, and obviously fix a few patches as well. So firstly, I think I'm going to clean out this cavity because it looks a little bit minging at the moment. So as you may be able to see, the bottom of this 9-volt cavity here is still pretty minging. I can't get a router cut. Ow, I just punched out with my nail. Can't get a router cutter in there because the flush trim is too deep by the time the bearing's running along the top here, so we got to resort to it by hand. Okay, then we'll just sand these inside faces. It's going to be copper shielded later on, but it's nice to know it's smooth, isn't it? Okay, so this is now the back of the guitar, so this is what you're going to see when you look through the cavity, and you're obviously going to see the backside of the buckeye burr there. So I've put the foam in place, and then what we'll do with the battery is when you put it in, it will go in that side first, press it in place. Oh, hang on, let's get these wires out of the way. It will go in like that, press it in, and then swivel it round, and locked in place. There we go. The only thing I think I need to do here is give a little bit of clearance for these wires here, because they're just going to get chopped up and bent all over the place if you're forcing the battery in like that. So the section a little bit deeper there should sort that out. Okay, there we go, one little notch cut out, so now battery will just whoop, straight in like that, and then there is clearance for the wires, which also makes the battery a bit easier to remove because you just got to give a little tug on those and it comes out. No excessive force is needed, so it's not going to start damaging the connections there. So now I'll start working out where to put this like wire thingy. So I think that was going to be the rough spacing of the pickups, which means this bit here was where the wire was going to connect with the neck. So we'll do a line from there to there, coming straight out of the control cavity, and then make sure that we're following this line here, which means we need to do a little bit more routing. So I'm going to swap this to a 6mm cutter. That should be enough for all the wires. Get it nice and locked down. Then I'll get the body securely clamped between the bench dogs. Right, and then the router can go onto that line that I drew. So I'll get the bit centered on there, and then I'm going to clamp a straight edge along here, which is in line with that line. What? Right, let's go. There we go, transfer those onto here so I know exactly where I need to hit. Okay, and we'll get this lined up with those two marks. Dusty. I couldn't quite reach the area that I needed with the router because it hit the fretboard, so we'll finish it off by hand. So I'm marking gauge the width of that groove and using a chisel exactly the same width. There we go, now the wire can be fed through there and it will go straight into the bridge pickup, and then if you need to get it to the neck pickup up in this area here, you'd simply take the bridge pickup out, and this whole cavity is going to be excavated obviously, so we'll be able to guide the wire through there under the buckeye burr and it will appear in the next cavity here, once it is all routed out. So next, I think I'm going to dye the inside of these cavities black so that when you put the knot over them, it's going to be like a big black abyss in there. So that means getting the black dye out again. Now, are you going to play nice this time? No, not on there. No. We can work this out. Just stop. Okay, please, just stop. Look, I'll put it down, I'll put it down. Look, I know we have our differences and I'm sorry that I knocked you over. It's just, I've just refinished this workbench. I don't want to have to do it again. If you would just consider... I gave you a chance to play ball, but if you're not going to follow it, then I will just do what I was going to do anyway, but with more effort, less effort. Right, back to what we were doing. Okay, so now I can start thinking about the cover for the control cavity. Now I don't have a lot of time left because I spent far too long chasing this thing around. So worth it. But what I didn't really foresee here is that I'm going to need to put a rebate around the edge of this cavity in order to lay the cover onto it. However, I'm getting pretty close to the crack there. In fact, it's like 3 mil away. So I'm going to have to make it very, very thin there, if not pretty much flush or just a millimetre over. And then the cover's going to have to be screwed in place around here, being careful not to hit the battery below that, obviously. So we're going to try and draw out this cavity now. Now this is all obviously stuff that an experienced guitar maker would have already worked out in terms of the cover, but this is my my second time doing this, but I still haven't learned a lot of the proper techniques. So what I'm doing here is marking where the outline of the body is intersecting with this template. And then I can put the body onto that bit of paper and line the edge up with the edge of the paper. Draw the cavity on. Oh wait, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to do it this way. So draw the cavity on there, and then we'll include the little 9-volt area. So there's the cavity shape, and then to get the shape of the guitar, I can line the edge of the paper up with that little mark that I've just put on there. Oh, hang on, I don't know the side to side. So then here is where the body shape should start. Then the outside of the guitar is like that. And I need to work out where the split is in relation to that as well. Okay, so it's like around that area there, where it's very thin. Okay, so then the offset of this, I'm literally going to make it 5 millimeters, very, very small. So then we need an area to screw into, so it can go out there and around. There we go, something like that will be our cavity shape. So it's very close to the crack here, but there is still a slight overhang there, and then yeah, it'll have to be something like that. Bit of a mad rush at the end, but there we go. Control cavity is thicknessed and all that, so it is ready to be cut to size, which is what I'm going to have to do at my evening class, which starts in 45 minutes. So I should really get moving. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next episode.